And I think I'm live, so hello. Probably people are just joining now, so welcome to Not Enough Tech and to the Saturday stream. Not planned this really, however I got a parcel containing Mi Band 3, and that arrived today thanks to Banggood. So they sent me Mi Band 3 and I already own Mi Band 2 and I'm really happy. I've shared my thoughts about the Mi Band 2 previously. Especially if you're wondering whether you should get a smartwatch or, well, like, because I've got a LG Urbane smartwatch, and I've got obviously some notifications because notifications are fun, and I've got tracker. And if I'm honest, I'm really fond on the Mi Band 2 tracker, mostly because it's battery life, which is insane. You get 20 days of battery, even more than that if you don't run notifications, as many as me notifications, and you don't check the heart rate every 5 minutes. But that's how long the battery works and operates. So I'm really pleased. There were a few quirks that I didn't understand in terms of the design choices, but if you want to read more about it, I'm gonna find you a link. Actually, I'm gonna paste you a link to original Mi Band 2 review. So let me just, I probably should have get that done and prepared. Mi Band 2, and I'm gonna get you a nice review for the Mi Band 2 if you're wondering. The Mi Band 3 is a step up, so you're gonna find a little bit more in terms of functions. The main ones, the key main ones, remember, is that the Mi Band 2 is actually Mi Band 3, sorry, is actually waterproof up to 50 meters. However, with Mi Band 2, I was showering all the time, and yeah, it still works after 2-3 months of showering. So I'm just going to post a link on the chat for the full review. So this is the review of the Mi Band 2. Now, what I've got in here is the Mi Band 3, and that's what you all for. So it comes like this. You literally had just a plastic wrap around it, which I removed for the sake of the unboxing, otherwise I'll be forever. And we're gonna take a look, we're gonna pair it and quickly run through all the functions that Mi Band 2 doesn't have, and the new functions that Mi Band 3 has. So let's pop this baby open, isn't it? Fortunately, I have a screen set up in here, so you'll be able to see everything. So welcome, there's some people already watching, so welcome you guys to the live stream. I have a cup of coffee as well, which is brilliant because a couple of days been quite hectic. And before I actually get that, I'll get that open. I also reviewed this speaker, this tiny little bit speaker from Dodocle with a selfie button, and that's a giveaway. So if you go on my website, you will see the giveaway, and if you want to join the giveaway, yeah, just submit all the details requested, and you'll take part in the giveaway that runs for a week. Anyway, back to the giveaway, back to the unboxing. So yeah, that's the box, and inside we're gonna find a Mi Band. So the Mi Band itself, it's probably very similar in size. So it's actually slightly bigger. If you take a look at this, it's about, I say, about 1 centimeter longer than the older Mi Band, and it has this nice elliptic shape rather than just a flat surface like here. So that's the size. And let me just open this up. And what we've got in here the black band. I wonder if the design of the band is the same. Let's have a look. Let's pop this open. And no, you won't be able to use the Mi Band 2 bands. They constructed differently. Obviously, the size should have been a good indicator. Just take a look at this. So don't buy old accessories. They're not going to work because of the different size. So that's one thing. We're gonna have a charging cable, which is probably stored in here. And if you've got any questions or anything like it, you just pop into them to a chat, and that'd be great. And the charging cable / cradle, it's very similar to design in the Mi Band 2, but you won't be able to charge previous one. Oh, actually, will you? Let me just quickly check. I'm just gonna pop this into it. You won't be able to see it, so you have to trust me. But I'll just quickly see if I can. Yeah, actually, it's not designed to house it properly. However, I will be able to, if you, let's have a look here, show you. it actually aligns, can I get a zoom? It aligns pretty neatly with the charging pads in here. So if you slide it carefully, you will be able to get a connection. It's not as snug as an original, obviously, and it's prone to being disconnected if you're not careful enough. But you should be able to charge your Mi Bands 2 with the Mi Band 3 cable, which is nice. I don't know if this is a design choice or not, but that's what you get. And obviously the unit itself, the Mi Band, which is, ooh, it's slightly, come on, focus, which is here. Can I just, let me just lock the focus, because if I'm gonna be fiddling around with this, something tells me you're gonna lose the focus. Is that locked? Yeah, it is locked. Okay, so if I'm going to be fiddling with this, the camera is going to be refocusing. So you've got that, and we've got some paperwork, which probably is in Chinese entirely. And yes, it is. I've got the app installed. It's the same app you're using for the previous Mi Band. Yeah, everything is in Chinese, so we're not going to be reading this anytime soon. So let's see what's the battery status on this. Let's peel off the label. They actually have, okay, we have some battery already prepared, so it's asking us to pair with a mobile phone, so let's quickly do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you, because I've got that prepared as well. So this is my mobile. Let me just dismiss the notifications first. Okay. So I've got my mobile, and let's, oh, oops, that's not the plan. Let's go to Mi Fit, and Mi Fit app is really cool. Actually, by default, it allows you quite good control. We just put the screen for the Mi Band. Should anything lit up in there? Let me just maybe lift it a little bit higher using this box, so you can see it a little bit better. Right, and we're gonna add a new Mi Band. So this is the details of my Mi Band here, the previous one. So that's the steps. I wasn't particularly active today, so yeah, I should go for a run later on. So we're gonna add a new device, and to add the new device, I think we're going to go to profile. We're gonna add a new device, and we have watch, smart shoes, cancel. Are we actually able to pair another? Following the collector. Okay, let's see if we can add. Okay, so I need to unpair my previous band. Right, so that's unpaired, I guess, and find band. Searching for band. Mi Bands 2. Okay, that's not the band we want to find. There is no off button on this, so that's going to be a bit of trickery probably. So this is, no, we're doing something wrong. Again, decline heart rate, yes. Unpair my band before unpair. Okay, I don't think I had this step before. So I guess, is it unpaired now? No, it's still paired. Do I have to do it through Bluetooth menu? Let's have a look at the Bluetooth menu then. I don't have a Mi Band here, do I? No. So I'm not 100% sure. Unpair again. Okay, let's see if I have maybe status, band location, discoverable off, learn. Oh, okay, that's why I was missing unpair. Band stopper after unpairing, that's great. So you see, I always fail with something, which is amazing because me being me. So we're syncing data. I don't know if I should be taking this really far from the other band just in case. Unpair band, yes. Because when I'm gonna start pairing, well, I'd presume it's gonna show me two of them, but God knows. But that's basically what we're doing. So we are ready to pair a new band. Following yes. And to find previously bar, search for other bands. Okay, so we actually have a path, upgrade path. So that's fairly close. I don't think I need to move it closer. Maybe I just move it closer just in case for now. And I'm gonna pop it right back on the camera. Okay, it vibrated, so what I have to do is press the button, and it's pairing now. 2:27, so that's the correct time already. I have some English language, sorry, not English, Chinese language they're popping in. Upgrading the firmware. So we're gonna run for some firmware. I can't even pronounce myself. I need more coffee. Firmware updates. So that's gonna take a couple of moments to do. So what are the quirks about the Mi Band 2 that annoyed me the most? First of all, for a unit that seems very sealed, let's have a look in here. For a unit that is very sealed, it was lacking proper waterproof rating. So even though it was splash proof, it wasn't exactly a waterproof. So I wouldn't encourage anyone to go and swim in it. And the new Mi Band is waterproof up to 50 meters, so you could actually go diving with it, which is interesting. I have a diving certificate. I might actually take it diving, see what happens. And the second thing is notifications. Previously you had 5 seconds from the time that Mi Band would vibrate to the time that the notification would disappear from the screen. It would only give you an icon for what kind of notification it is, which is a bit of a flaw, because actually if you want to check this notification a couple of seconds later and see what happened, what just alerted you, you wouldn't get this information any other way than hacking it with Tasker or something like that. So that's how I've heard this is a step up as well. And you've got more information, so you've got a bigger screen, more information on screen. I've read there is a weather, so you can get weather reports, and it stores the notifications as well. So I'm really keen on checking how that's going to perform. The firmware update is almost close. So it gives me some confirmations on the screen. Okay, so we have some basic instructions. Dash swipes, so you can swipe up and down. You can do left and right, and there is a tap, and there is a tap and hold. There is no physical button. You have this kind of enclave in here, which is just your touch sensitive sensor, but it's not a button itself, unlike the Mi Band 2, which had a physical. Oh no, actually that's not a physical button you can tap. I always thought this is a kind of no. So it's encased in the same kind of glass surface. So it gives me information that the Mi Band is updating resources. So I guess it's just I just measured myself heart rate. Actually, this continues to work despite being no longer paired, so I was able to measure my heart rate. Interesting. So this is a good thing, because we will be able to compare how quickly two heart rate sensors work. So that's something interesting. Okay, so update's done. Let's take a look at what we can do with it. So swipe to switch between items. Okay, so left, right to get different values about your workout. Okay, that's fair. Top button to go back. Cool. Long press to confirm. Okay. And swipe to unlock. Okay. And how to wear it. On the wrist, preferably. Fasten by slightly 1 centimeter above the wrist bone. Fastening too tight will lose. Too loose will lose the effect of heart rate results. Now is correct, and actually you have to have it quite a snug fit around your wrist, otherwise they won't measure the heartbeat very well, for obvious reasons. So if you go exercising, it's recommended that you get it quite snug. And but the band itself is pretty cool, and it doesn't bother you to the point when I lost the Mi Band twice on the car park. It just fall off my wrist, and I've not even felt that it's fall off my wrist. So I found it a couple of hours later. A friend of mine found it on the car park a couple of hours later. But yeah, so far so good. I'm still attached to the Mi Band. So let's have a look at the interface. Now I probably would like to show you a big close-up, so let's go to the close-up camera. Excellent. And maybe I should put you a screen for the camera work. So that's a window capture. No, cancel. Desktop capture. Game display capture. Add existing movies in. So that's gonna be handy here, because if I gonna be doing anything, it's fine. And maybe put me like in a corner like this. All right. So we have this, and hope you're gonna see everything. Yeah, looks like you are able to see. So button itself doesn't do anything, so I think we need to. Okay, so we're swapping up and down to switch between different screens. So we've got weather, we've got heart rate, we've got steps. That's the default screen. We've got more, and we've got default. We've got additional screen for notifications. Like, I don't think you can see it. Let me just. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lock the camera again. So bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna give you a little bit better look for this configure video. And we don't want autofocus. We want this to focus manually. About this. Okay, no. Okay, that should work. Right. Forgive my dirty fingers, I had a emergency in the morning, repairs. So let's turn it on again. So that's the screen. And when you swipe it, we have steps. Obviously I've not done any steps. We have heart rate. We have the weather. We have access to notifications. And we have more. And that's it. So in the more, what we have, how to access it? More. Oh, you probably have to swipe it, isn't it? More. Yeah. So we have a timer. We have option to silent the notifications. That's very useful. Find a device, so we can find our mobile. And let's do that. And what else we have? Come on. So we have find a device, screen. So you have access to different screens and information about the firmware itself. So again, timer, silent, find the device, screen. So let's have a look what screens we do have. So this is the default screen. This one has steps and the different date. I like the date not being 12 hours. And this is 24-hour clock. Okay, I think I like this screen. So tap, tap. Did it select? Let's have a look. No, it didn't select. So again, let's go to more. Let's go to screen. And I want this one. Okay, and so it's just a tap on it and it selected it. That's great. So we have a new screen. Now let's take a look at maybe notifications. Heart rate. So we have weather. Weather is for a couple of days ahead, which is nice. Tomorrow, Monday, today. Okay, tomorrow and Monday. So 3 days ahead. That's nice. I'm sure you can customize this in the Mi Band. And what else do we have? We have steps, distance, burned calories, and the battery life, which is in steps. Interesting. Okay. Heart rate. It's just for measuring, hold to measure. Okay, fair enough. Notifications. I don't have any notifications. I'm gonna issue a notification in a moment to show you. Probably I need to select the notifications from the app. And I think that's all the options we have from the Mi Band itself. Yeah, that's all. So let me put it back on here, and let's take a look at the app. But before we do that, let's do this like that. Yeah, okay. And let's take a look at the app itself. So my Mi Band 3 is paired, so there's certain things we can do with it, and the certain things would mean that we can have incoming calls. So I believe I need to authorize incoming calls. Delay, alright, so that's fine. We can have alarm. So that's the alarm that is vibrating on the Mi Band, but is separate from the Android alarms, I think. App alerts, that's what I wanted. So basically, these are the app alerts that you can receive. And you can manage your apps in here. And you can get all the applications basically there for you. So like, for example, your WhatsApp. Okay. Idle alerts, so when you're not moving, it tells you it's like from 8 till 1, it's going to be checking every 2 hours or so and making sure I'm moving. More, what we have more incoming messages, so you can read the messages. Goal notifications, do not disturb. It's the same options so far as on the Mi Band 2. List heart rate detection, so we can pick automatic heart rate detection frequency. Like at 10 minutes, fine, got it. What did it, hold on a second, did I read it correctly? Detects you are doing exercises and increases detection. Oh, that's interesting actually. So when your heart rate elevates, or when you're doing more intense steps, it will increase the intensity of the heart rates. That's interesting. It's a very good feature, I think. Oh, hi Rory, you alright? Cheers, cheers. I hope you're gonna catch up with me later. I hope you're doing alright with your Node-RED setup. What else do we have? Band setup. Swipe up to unlock the screen, one band. I don't need this really. Find iPhone ringtone. Oh, so we can select a different ringtone for finding the mobile, so you don't get confused. So let's have a look at the status page. It's syncing the data. I wonder if it's gonna preserve the steps I've done so far. It would be nice if it did. No. Doesn't look like. Oh, actually, it has it on the app. Let's have a look if it actually has it on the Mi Band. No, Mi Band actually didn't synchronize this, which is a bit of a shame. So that's day, trucks, and stuff. So the last thing I think it's to check is to compare the heart rate sensor. So let's check and compare how quick is the heart rate sensor detection. Can I do 2 of them at the same time to kind of show you? So let me just see if that's gonna work like this. So I'm just gonna manually count it, because otherwise I'm not going to do it efficiently. So 92 right now. Let's do it again from the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 12 seconds. I know this is not very strict measurement, but let's face it, it doesn't matter as much. So I need to go to heart rate, press and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so but I have a very big difference in results. So let me run this with my smartwatch as well. So let me wrap the smartwatch and see what my smartwatch is gonna say. Got Google Fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one shows 90. And I need to check my heart rate again. Is it coffee just working? Because I should not be getting 90 just by sitting. Might as well just be a coffee. So let's power my heart up a little bit. And let's test it again. So I had a 90. This showed me 54. So let's do it again. Same spot to see heart rate. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it this time. And 83. Okay, that seems more accurate this time. Let's have a look at this one again. The speed-wise, they seem to be very similar, so I don't think that matters that much. So whether it's a 12 seconds or 11 seconds, 13 seconds, don't think that's the case. So 90, and let's have one quick measurement again. I think personally I'll change the long tap and the short tap around, so long tap to be back and short tap to select, but that's my personal preference. I don't know if you can actually it's 100. Okay, maybe it's my maybe it's my heart. I'm getting the right now the watch as well. One of them's gonna be closest to the truth. 97. Okay, so it's my heart then. I think it's just a coffee effect. And the last thing, I need to generate some notifications. So I'm probably gonna, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a short tasker profile working. So before we go there, I need to go to Mi Band and select tasker as one of my notifiers. Up, where we have apps, app alerts, yeah. Okay, let's add tasker. Excellent, and now I can issue notifications with tasker. And let's see how the notification from tasker would look like. So we have notify. This is a notification. We are having a lovely live stream, and let's even get an icon, because why not? Material design. This lovely little human being, it's fine. It's not permanent. Actions, do we have? Okay, let's maybe at the bottom label action. Oh, this action won't work, so that's fine. So it's a basic notification, so it's gonna be notification like this, and we have this notification in here. Now, in order to do this, because I know this already, because nothing showed up on the Mi Band, I need to issue this when the screen is actually turned off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the countdown timer. Wait, actually. And I'm gonna give myself 10 seconds. Yep. And that's gonna wait 10 seconds, so I could turn off the screen, and that will issue the notification on your end, on the Mi Band end. So let's start. Screen off. And I should get a notification soon. And as you can see, I've got a notification. This is the notification, and then it lasts about 5 seconds. So let's see if I can actually go back to it. So when I click it back, it shows me the last notification. I don't know how long that's going to persist, but let me just get the smudges out. So if that's going to go out now, because it's been like 10 seconds, it returns to the main screen. Yeah, the notification is no longer active there, so I have to go to notification screen, I guess. Notification, and here we go. Task and notifying app. There's no icon, so it gives me just default, because Mi Band only used the predefined notifications. Come back. And it shows me time, and I can clear the notification from the Mi Band as well, which is really nice. So I'm not going to delete this notification. All I'm going to do is issue another one, because I should have an access to multiple notifications. So let's change, oh, let's duplicate this maybe. And this is a better notification. And obviously what it's gonna do, it's gonna just issue 2 notifications this time. And see what's gonna happen. So the screen is off. And so let me just get you a nice autofocus for this time. Maybe not autofocus, maybe like a manual focus. That'll do. Yeah. So I need to go to notifications. If I missed a notification time, I need to go to notifications, and I've got 3 notifications. One notification that was previously there, and so this is a better notification. So the latest notifications on the first one on the list, and then it works its way down. Second, and the third notification, which is the oldest one. Okay, so, and I can clear all notifications, and I guess they should be cleared from my mobile now. Let's have a look. Or are they? No, they're not cleared from the mobile, they only cleared from the Mi Band itself. Alright, so that's what the Mi Band can do. I'll be writing a proper review soon, so if you're gonna run it for about a week, or I guess on my wrist, and see how it behaves. It's a bit of a pity I cannot have multiple Mi Bands, because that would be interesting. However, yeah, if you're curious about it, now probably a couple of words in terms of why tracker if you have a watch. Now personally, I'm getting really annoyed with the battery life. It's 2 days with the screen off. Yeah, with the screen on it's about a day. And there isn't much other than streaming music when I'm running that I'm really doing on the mobile. So yeah, it's nice to have the notification itself and tell you what's happening and stuff like that. However, I find myself using this less and less. And that was £270 when I bought this, just to check your notification on the wrist. Yeah, it was silly. And I found myself really using it less and less, and the only practical use is when I'm going for running. I don't have to take my mobile, I just take the watch and stream music to my Bluetooth headphones. So that's the most useful thing about this watch, and obviously it's checking time and occasional notification. I don't even use the OK Google commands for... I knew I gonna...
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Excellent. I knew I gonna walk into that in a second. So yeah, that's the most useful thing actually on the watch, and that's $20, and that's $26. So in my opinion, if you're not really bothered about what sort of notification you get, and you just want to get notified, etc., and if you have a smaller wrists, take a look at the Mi Band 2, because especially if you're a girl and your wrists are tiny, because this one, it's much bigger, and And actually I have 2 Mi Bands 3. One of them belongs to my wife, and on her wrists it looks slightly ridiculous. Let me see if I can actually show you the picture of our wrists so you could see the what I'm talking about. I'm just getting into pictures for you guys. Search history, pictures. Okay, so where's the model? So let's start with this. So this is my obviously this is my wrist. This is my wrist, and this is Mi Band 2. Now this is Mi Band 3 and my wife wrists. So yeah, that's the difference between the Mi Band size. And if you think about it, if you've got smaller wrists but you're not really that bothered about the notification text and it being a waterproof, you're probably gonna find Mi Band 2 being a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, I think that concludes my final impressions in terms of the Mi Band. And if you want one, I've linked it into the description of this live stream and in a chat as well, and some extra bands. I'll be writing a proper review soon, and I'll be checking what sort of app support it has, because Mi Band 2 has excellent support in terms of third-party tools, so you can basically overhaul entire behavior of the Mi Band using Tasker and using a Mi Band Tools app, which is excellent. So this is something to bear in mind, and I'll be seeing how much of that supported has been ported to the new Mi Band 3. And for all of you that came to see the live stream, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're gonna enjoy the live stream, and maybe it will sway your decision. My original band refuses to die, can't upgrade. I've got a solution to you, because obviously my original band it's still there. It could be a good gift to someone, especially to someone with a small wrist. So if you're looking for an excuse to get rid of it, just give it to someone, and then you'll feel good about yourself, and you're gonna have a new Mi Band. So I guess this is the best advice for you if it's a worth upgrade. Fortunately, the both models are pretty cheap, $20 for something like that. I consider it a bargain. And so even if you're one of the Mi Bands gonna end up just being in a shelf, not used, it's not a big money. And yeah, just consider it giving it to someone, or maybe to a friend's child or something like that, and they'll enjoy it. They don't care if it's used. So that's it for now. I'm off to write an article about storing secure credentials in JSON file for Tasker, because that's what I'm going to do from now on. It will help me with making tutorials, because each time I'm creating a profile and I need to provide a login name and stuff like that, it's just a pain for making it, and for troubleshooting it later and showing it to people on the display. So I have to wipe credentials all the time. So I'm just going to do like a file insertion on boot, and then process that information from JSON to be used across. So that's the plan for today tutorial, maybe, and hopefully that's going to be out today or tomorrow, or maybe Monday, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do when I've finished with this live stream. And obviously I've got already video done for Sonoff. So one is hacked, this is the hacked one, this is the original software one, and I've got video and I've got article, but if in all honesty I'm not 100% happy with it, and I'm thinking whether not to reshoot it again. I'll see how that works, but that's what's gonna be done next as well. So thanks so much for watching, guys. As usual, it was nice to see you and interact with you on the chat as well. And if you want yours, there's a couple of links on the chat, or a couple of links in the description if this live stream gets published, so you can buy it through there. And I got a small kickback from Banggood, and thanks to Banggood, because they actually approached me and said like, hey, would you like to review this? And I'm like, yes. So yeah, I'll be enjoying the Mi Band for a week, and I'll share my full review. So I hope you're gonna look look forward to this. I guess I'm gonna see you in the next video or live stream pretty soon. So enjoy your weekend. Bye.